So in today's class, I am going to be showing you some of the awesome design templates available within Command and also on our website. So to get started, I am at the Command sign-in page. I am at agent.kw.com and I'm going to get signed in. I'll give you a moment to do the same. All right, once we are signed into Command, we are going to be working within the design section today. So we're going to go over to the right-hand side and we'll see our widget menu. These are the different sections in Command. And while you're still learning what these different widgets are, you can actually click on the KW at the top left, and it will expand this menu and show you the names of each widget. So let's go ahead and click on designs. It looks like a little paintbrush. This will bring us into the design templates section. This is basically a library of any saved pieces we have created in the past. You can sort these by email and see any of your email pieces, landing pages, social pieces that you've created, print pieces, agent site. You'll actually edit your agent site pages here as well. And then any videos. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create a social piece as well as a print piece. So to create a new piece in Command, we're going to go down to the bottom right and click on the plus sign. From here, we can choose what type of design we'd like to create, whether that's email, social, print, video, or we can actually import a PDF and edit the elements on the PDF. This is a great feature available as well. I'm going to start with social. So I'm going to click social. And then we also have the option to import photos and text from a listing. So you can do this at the beginning by checking this box. It'll bring up a KWLS screen, or you can do it while you're actually in the piece as well. So I'll just skip over that for now and go into social. I choose social and then click next. Now this is going to bring us into the social templates. So pieces for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anything basically digital, you'll find templates for that here. Print pieces would be in that other location. I would have had to choose print. But right now we are in the templates section. Before we go in and actually create a piece, I want to show you a few things. So right now we are in the social templates. We can also click on My Designs up here at the top. This will bring us back to that design library, but you also have some additional options here. You can choose a different template by going to templates here. You can also choose a blank template from this page. So if you are wanting to create something and you're not seeing the exact template that you're looking for, you can actually start with a blank slate here. Choose what type of template, what size, and then add in your own elements. And here you can also import a PDF. This is sort of like an Adobe Pro feature. You can actually import PDFs, and Command will allow you to basically make changes to that. So it'll allow you to change the text, move things around. It's a really cool feature in here as well. Let's go back and click on templates. And one more thing before we actually create something, I want to show you the library. So in a lot of places in Command, your personal information, your photo, items like that will pull over from your marketing profile. Unfortunately, they do not pull over into the design section. So in order to make sure that your personal information is added ahead of time so you don't have to manually add it each time, I recommend going into your library before you actually create anything. So I'm going to go over to the top right and I will click on Library. Now this is going to make it really easy to add in information while you're creating your piece. So it starts on this page that says Details, add your company details. So this is where you'd want to add in your personal information, things like your name. You can add in company name, email, phone number, website, and then you can add in an address as well. So this is saving as I go, and you'll see when we actually go into a piece, it'll be really easy to add in our personal information rather than having to type it in every time. It's the same sort of information here when we click on text. There are items like a tagline, a slogan, and a vision. So if you have a tagline or a slogan that you're going to be using frequently, you can add that in here and then it'll make it really easy for you to basically just drag and drop this onto your pieces. Images, this is where you would want to upload images that you're going to be using frequently. So this is where you would want to add in your headshot, any backgrounds. You will have the option to upload images in the piece as well, but it's going to be really easy to add in those frequently used images and use them if you add them to the library here. So you can see we have a couple headshots here, and then we do have a logo in this location, but I would recommend adding that to the logos section here. And you can see I have some logos uploaded. Of course, if I wanted to add something new, I would just need to click on this plus sign and it will allow me to choose the logo or any images from my computer. So let's say I actually have some stock images on my computer. Let's add in something for a background or even just an image. These can be used pretty much interchangeably, but I'll add it in as a background. All I need to do is click on this plus sign here. And you can see it will allow me to choose an image off my computer and I can upload that to Command. All right, same thing with logos and then brand kit. If you have any specific fonts that you use for your branding or a specific color scheme, you can choose those here. So it's really important to go into your library and make sure that all of your information is updated ahead of time. And once that's complete, you can click on the X, and now let's actually take a look at some of these pieces. And then I just saw a question. Somebody said they accidentally deleted their stock images. There are actually some great stock images in the designs that you have access to as well. So I'll show you that. So over here in templates, I'm just going to do a run through of some of the templates you have access to. So you do have some pieces for your app. Under listings, if for example, we click on for sale. Oh, and you know what? It looks like they have actually combined everything. So previously, the print pieces were in a separate section, but it looks like everything is all together at this time. So for example, if I click on listings and for sale, I can see my social pieces here like Facebook and Instagram. You'll notice that when I click on these different choices, they are sized differently. They are sized for that specific app or website. So you can see Instagram stories, LinkedIn, Twitter, and then it does actually have the print pieces here as well. So we have things for sale, door hangers, flyers, and different postcards and brochures. And I'll be showing you a couple different things today, but you can see there are lots of great options in here. There are items for buyers. Lead gen, this is where you can actually find some holiday pieces as well. These are really fun. Event invitations. Under business basics, you can actually find some email signatures and social branding. So if you are looking for cover photos for Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, you can find those here. But I'm going to actually just go back up and go to listings for sale, and let's create a listing piece for Facebook. And I'm going to just go ahead and choose, I'll choose this third option here. And all you need to do is go to the piece that you'd like to use, highlight that, and click the Use button. Great question about printing. So KW Command actually does not offer printing of these pieces. So for those items like the brochures, the door hangers, things like that, you will have access to download the PDF, a print quality PDF, but they do not offer printing. So you would have to find your own printer to actually purchase those documents. All right, so I chose a Facebook piece, and now we're going to edit this. So editing these pieces is really simple. It's really user-friendly. Basically, you just click on different elements and you can edit them. Now over here on the left, I do want to point out some of these items before we actually start creating this piece. So we have these different sections: images, text, icons, logos, and KWLS. So images, this is basically where you're going to work to add images to your piece. Under company images, where it first brings us, this is where you can find some of those stock photos. So you can see there are a ton of really nice photos in here that you can use on your pieces. So that's under images company. Under my library, these are those images we uploaded previously in that library section. And then if you needed to upload any images that may not be in your library, you can click add here to browse from your computer or any one of these locations. Same sort of thing with text. KW has some banners. This is kind of like clip art that you can add in. And then under my library, you can actually, these are actually those slogans that we added in our personal information. So if I wanted my slogan, I combined slogan and logo on here. I could go into my library, pick the text I want to add on here, and just drag and drop it over. And I'll show you how we can rework and redesign these elements. But that's how you can access that text that we added at the beginning. Same sort of thing with icons. You have different company icons and stock icons. Again, these are kind of like clip art that you can drag and drop onto your pieces. You can see it's really easy to edit. Oop, I didn't want to move that. I'm basically just clicking on different sections and I can move them around, resize them. You'll see as I'm working on this, these grid lines are popping up and things are basically snapping into place. That makes it really easy for you to make sure that everything is aligned and symmetrical and looking good. Logos, here are my logos that I uploaded previously. You also have access to some KW logos in here. These are going to be just the generic KW logos. If you need your office's logo, you can download that from kwcommand.com. And if you have any trouble finding that, let us know. We'd be happy to assist. And then this last section is KWLS. So we did have the option to choose that at the beginning when we chose what type of template we were going to create. But if you didn't do that, you can also come here and choose a listing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click KWLS and search for the listing I'd like to create this piece for. I can search by address, MLS number, KWLS ID, listing agent, or co-listing agent. So I'm going to type in the listing address and hit enter. So there has been a glitch recently where listing images have not been populating within command. So I'm hoping I'm able to use this today. But you can see I searched for my listing and I'm pretty certain one of these is the one I'm looking for. It's hard to tell without the listing number, or I'm sorry, the photos, but let's see if I can select this. Okay, so it looks like the photos at this time are, oh, well, here's some. Oh, this is my listing right here. All right, so there was an issue earlier this week where listing photos were not populating, but if I scroll down, I can actually find my specific listing I'm looking for and click select. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start editing my piece, and it's going to be really easy because I have this listing chosen, and it's going to allow me to add in the listing photos and details. So I want to swap out this photo on the actual piece with one of my listing photos. So you can see I have my photos pulled up over here on the left, and I want to find a photo that will fit in this box perfectly. So I don't think this first image is going to work really well, but I'll show you what it looks like. So when I want to add a photo over, it's really simple. All I'm going to do is click on the photo I'd like to change, and then I'll go over to my photos on the left, and I'm going to click on this button here for replace image. And what this is going to do is it's going to place this and crop it perfectly for the box on the piece. But you can see these photos are sized differently, so this one isn't really a great fit. So I'm going to choose a different one. All right, looks like we do need something maybe a little more zoomed out. There we go. All right, so I went over here and I was clicking replace image to choose a different photo. You can resize this as well if you wanted to make this a little bigger. Oop, and it's gone. There we go. You can resize this, say we can fit more of the photo on the piece, and I'm just gonna drag and drop and move things around. If I wanted to adjust this photo as well, I can click on this, and then this option for reposition appears. And this will basically allow me to choose how I want to crop the photo. Once I make those adjustments, I can click done, and that'll populate in here. So you can see it's really easy to switch out these photos. Same sort of information for the listing details. So let's say I need to change out this address up here at the top. I'm going to click on this box, and then I'm going to go to listing details. You can see all of my listing details are pulled over from KWLS. So for this one, I just need to find the property address, which is right here. And again, all I need to do is click on this replace button. And you can see it plugged in my text. So you may have to make adjustments. This won't work perfectly every time. For example, this doesn't have the state listed, so I just adjusted that. And if I wanted to, I could move this around. I could make the text bigger, change the font, what have you. So you can see it was really easy to swap out that information. Now down here, all of this text and information is in one box. So this is where this would not work perfectly. So you can see it starts with 3-bed. So I would go over to my listing details and find the bedroom section. But you'll see since all of this is in one box, when I hit replace, it's going to swap all of that out for just this number. So I'm going to hit back. This is the little back arrow up at the top left. And that'll bring back my original information. So for this specifically, it's going to work better if I just manually edit this text. So I'm going to double click in this box, and I can start to change this information. So there are 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. Nope, yes, that's correct. And then I can find my square feet over here, the price, and then the year built. And you can see it's really simple for me to change that out. Again, if I wanted to edit any of this text, I could highlight this text here. And you can see I have different options for fonts. I can change the font size, change the color, change the style. You can also upload your own fonts, which is really cool. If you have specific fonts that you like or you've used on other marketing pieces, you can actually upload those to Command and you can use them on your pieces. So this is looking pretty good. This is our slogan, so I keep saying slogan, our slogan that we added in earlier. I actually don't really like how this looks, so I'm just going to delete this. All I would need to do is click on that item, and I can click on this trash can button up here at the top right, or I can just hit delete on my keyboard, and that'll go away. The last thing we need to change on here is this logo. So I'm going to click on the logo, and I'll go back over to this section on the far left, and I'll go to logos. I already uploaded some logos to my library, so I can click on library and do that same process again. This time I'll click add logo, and we'll be able to switch that. So for some of these, that replace button is not available. So I should have been able to just click replace on there. But it looks like this is registering. Oops, what's going on? Here we go. It looks like this logo, this placeholder logo, was registering as an image, not a logo. So for some of these, you may not be able to use that replace button. I'll just go ahead and click on this and delete. And then I can take my logo that I just added, move it over there, drag the corners to resize. And you can see these little grid lines are popping up to help me make sure that this is aligned properly. And that looks good. So for these social media pieces, I also want to point out that you'll notice that the information is pretty minimal. So for these, you do want to keep it simple and then put more information in the body of the post. So for example, if I were to post this on Facebook, I would post this as the image, and then I'd probably put in the property description in the body of the post for the text, and then some sort of little blurb like, call me today to learn more about this listing. But this looks good. And of course, we do have different size pieces. This one's for Facebook, but there are some that are squares for Instagram, different size for Twitter, some for your Instagram story, but these can be used pretty interchangeably as well. So even though this is a Facebook piece, we're gonna be able to save this as a JPEG file and basically use it anywhere. So now that this is complete, we need to save it. So this has been saving along the way. Up here at this file button, if we click on that, you can see that autosave is turned on. So that's really helpful so we won't lose our work. Right here you can see it says 05FSFB. This is actually the name of the template. You'll probably want to rename this. So I'm going to click in this box and I'll just say Hughes FS for sale and then FB for Facebook. And you can see that saves for me. I can hit enter, or if I just wait a moment, it will save automatically. And now we have a couple options. We can download this and save it to our computer. And for the social pieces, you can actually go directly into the campaign section of Command, and you can post to your social media directly from there. I'm going to show you how to download this. So all we would need to do is go to this little down arrow and it turns into the download button. And we can click on that and see our different download options. So like I said, the cool thing about these pieces is they're pretty interchangeable. So for example, this is a social piece. We'd probably want to save this as either a JPEG or a PNG file. We can also save as a PDF. This is going to be perfect for your print pieces. But the cool thing about the print pieces is you don't have to save them as a PDF. So if you create a flyer on here and you want to print it, you definitely would want to save it as a PDF. But maybe you wanted to post that flyer on Facebook or send it in the body of an email. You can actually create a flyer and save it as a JPEG and use it that way as well. So lots of options for utilizing these pieces. I'm going to choose JPEG. You can adjust the quality if you'd like. And then I'm going to click Start Download. And this will save to my computer. And I can pop this open and show you, there we go, there's my piece. I can now go to facebook.com in my browser and post it that way. Or this template will be available in my campaign section. I'll actually be able to choose this directly and post from there. This looks good. Let's go ahead and click Done. And that'll take us back to my design templates, and we can see this is available here. Lots of great questions. There is not a concierge service that we don't offer that. Well, so if you are interested in that sort of thing, I would shoot us an email, support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we can talk to you more about what we have available, because we do have additional marketing services available. And then at risk, somebody asked about, is there a risk of using stock photos with instead of what's in the listing? If you are advertising a listing, I would recommend using your listing photos. I would only use stock photos if you're creating sort of like a general piece. If it's for a specific listing, I would say do not use a stock photo, because you may get in trouble for that. And then I'm going to go into another piece so I can hopefully answer some more of these questions. And for some of these other questions, somebody was asking about landing pages. We actually have a class on our YouTube page called Listings and Landing Pages. I would recommend checking that out. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go into landing pages today. But I do want to just drop our YouTube page on here. And I'm adding in our YouTube URL. If you go to our YouTube page, and for specifically who was asking about landing pages, you can go there and search landing pages, listings and landing pages, and find different results. And we have specific videos for that. So basically anything KW related, command related, we have videos for it. So if I don't get to your questions today, please shoot us an email after class. I'll drop in our email address as well, and we can try and get you the help that you're looking for, or send you specific training on what you're asking. All right, so I do also want to show you a print piece today. So we're back in the design library. Let's click on this plus sign again down at the bottom right. I'm going to click print. And then this time I will check that box for import photos and text from a listing. And then click next. So you can see when I do it this way, it brings up a KWLS search page. I can actually search for my listing here. We can search by property address or MLS number and then type in those items in this box. Over here, it says show all listings. You can also change this to only my listings, and then your listings will display here. I'm just going to do a general search. I found my listing here. And I can click select, and now it will redirect me to the print templates. All right. So now we can see some of the print templates that are available. So for the app, there are some postcards available in here. Again, these you would have to print them on your own for different print items in here. If we go into listings, this is where we can find our listing presentations. There are actually some really great listing and buyer presentations available in Command. I highly recommend these. They're really easy to edit, really beautiful. You can actually remove pages, you can add in pages, add custom pages. We do have specific videos on listing presentation and buyer presentations on our YouTube page. So if you're wanting to create these, definitely check those out. I can't recommend these enough. Under for sale, it does show us those door hangers again, flyers. I will show you a flyer today. Postcards, trifolds and bifolds, different brochures. Also in here, we have these items that are called neighborhood snaps. These are going to be good farming and neighborhood, like door knocking pieces. You can actually create specific print or pieces for specific areas that you might be working in. You can actually import data from a specific neighborhood and add it directly to these pieces. And we do have a video on that on our YouTube page as well. These are called the neighborhood snaps. Different open house pieces, just sold, local expert. Under buyer, this is where you can find those buyer presentation booklets. Again, these are really cool. You can choose to download them as a PDF. You can then print and bind that if you'd like, or you can send it to your client or pull it up on your computer like a presentation. Under business basics, you can actually find some business card templates and some letterhead. We also have some event invitations in here, different flyers, great pieces in here. But let's just go back up and go to for sale again, under listings. We'll choose flyer. And you can see there are a lot of flyer templates in here. And I'm going to choose this second one here. I'm going to click use and that will bring me into the flyer. I'm going to run through this kind of quickly because it is the same sort of process. Oh, and somebody's asking about the recording. So I am recording this class. You can find our classes at slmtraining.com. That's where you can find the previously recorded classes. You can sort through them by category, or again, go to our YouTube page. You should be able to search for those classes there. And again, I'm so sorry if I can't get to all of your questions today. Please shoot us an email after class and we can try and get you as much help as you need. So, all right, let's just go ahead and put this flyer together really quick. I zoomed in. You can see there are these little magnifying glasses at the bottom right of your screen. I zoomed in so I could just see this flyer a little bit better. And I'm just going to quickly run through this and make these changes so you can see what it looks like. It is going to be that same sort of process. So I'm going to start by switching out the photos. I'm going to click on this photo here. Go to KWLS. We already selected our listing, so I can very easily just click KWLS and switch out these photos by clicking that replace button. There we go. Very quickly, I switched out those photos. Now I can do the same thing for the property information. So I'm going to click on the listing address. I'll go over to the left again and click KWLS and then listing details. And same sort of process as before. I'm going to find my listing details on the left and click replace. And that'll swap them out over on the right. I'm going to make this text a little bit bigger. You can also move this around, make sure it's lined up properly. I'll want to change out this information here. And you can see when I changed out that text, it did bump the word bath down to a new line. So I'm going to adjust this box so everything fits properly. There we go. We can also switch out this property description. So I'm going to click on the property description here, and then I'll scroll over in my KWLS section on the left. The property description is always at the very bottom. And same sort of thing, I'll click on my property description and then hit replace over on the left, and that will swap that out. So you may need to make adjustments to make it fit in the best way. And then let's go ahead and change this logo and our contact information. So I'm going to click on the logo, go to My Logos. Now you can see this time when I clicked on the logo, I do have the option for the replace button. So that makes it really easy to switch that out. And this logo actually doesn't work that well because it is red. So I'm going to go to company and just choose a generic KW logo here. And that looks a little bit better. You can see it's really easy to edit these. I'm just clicking around and editing the different elements. So now we need to switch out this info. I'm going to click on the headshot, and you can see it does bring me into the images section. I can click on My Library, hit replace, and add in the photo. Under text, I can go into text and change this out from my library. So you can see I can just click this and easily swap out this information. All of this is in one box, so I would have to manually type that in. And I'll actually change this to my name since I put in my photo instead of Scott's. All right, so I'll just leave that for now. This looks good to go. You can see it only took a few minutes for me to complete this flyer, and this looks really good. So same sort of thing as before, we will want to change the title of the piece here. So I'll say Hughes for sale flyer. And now I can download this. So I'll click the download button. If I wanted to email this, if I wanted to post this flyer on Facebook or on any other social media, I would want to download this as a JPEG, just like we did before. Or if I click Get PDF, this is what I would want to do for anything I'd like to print. So you can choose which pages you'd like to print. So if you were printing a listing presentation and you only needed to replace a certain page, you can choose one of these options here. We'll leave this on all pages because we just need this document. And then under quality, if you are printing this, make sure you change it to high resolution print quality. From here, you can click Start Download. And now I have this PDF saved to my computer, and you can see this looks great. I can now take this to my printer and start using this flyer. So really, really easy to create these pieces. I'm going to go ahead and click Done and just exit out of here. That'll bring me back to my design template. So lots of great pieces in here. I definitely recommend taking some time to just explore those different templates. And then I want to point out really, really quick today before we change gears, for this social media piece, like I said, you can download that, and then I would probably open up a new tab in my browser and go to Facebook and post that. But you also have the option to post it from campaigns. So if we click on campaigns over here, it's the little megaphone, and then create a new campaign. We can actually go into social post, and this will allow me to post that social piece directly from command. So it's really your preference. I like this section because it's sort of like Hootsuite. You can actually set up multiple posts for the week, schedule them out for different days and different times. And then we like to say, set it and forget it. That'll run automatically for you. So I'm not going to go through setting up all of this today, but basically you would go in and create your social piece. You would fill out these items over on the left and it'll generate your post over here on the right. So you can see this section here. We can upload a photo, a video, or a link. And it's giving me the option to browse my design library. So when I click on this, it brings up all of the social pieces that I have created previously. So unfortunately, if you created a print piece, and you wanted to post that on social media, you would have to manually do it. You would have to download it as a JPEG and just post it that way. But this will pull over anything designated as a social piece in your library. So this is the piece we just created. I can choose that, and you can see it's starting to create my post. You will have to choose how you'd like to crop this. It wants to crop this as a square, but if I change this to wide, it will fit perfectly. And it looks like the post preview is not working at this time. So basically, like I said, you would fill out these items over here on the left, and it'll start to generate a post for you. So I do go over this more in detail in our Marketing with Command class. So if you are interested in that, check out that. We go into depth more with the different campaigns. But that's how you can post from Command directly. You can do it this way, schedule your posts, or you can go directly to facebook.com and post that piece. All right, so we do want to switch gears today. I want to show you just one more thing before we wrap up. We're actually going to go to our website, which is scottleroymarketing.com. And I want to show you some of the templates available on our site. Oh, and somebody was asking for the command login page. That is agent. Oh, and I want to post this to everybody. So that is agent.kw.com to log into command. That's where we just were. And then letterhead, that was in the print section. So if you were in command, you would click designs on the left, and then the plus sign, and then print, and then I don't know which section it was. I think it was under business basics. So I'll let me type that out for you guys. All right, and hopefully that should help you out. And if you have trouble finding that after class, shoot us an email and we can help you find it. But right now I am on our website. I am at scottleroymarketing.com, and we have some templates available for you here as well. To utilize anything on our site, you do have to log in. So I'm going to click this login button over here on the right. And it's going to ask for your market center number or password. So probably 9 out of 10 of you will just need to enter your market center number. Only a few offices have a specific password. So I'm going to enter a market center number. If you don't know this information, reach out to your office, or it can be found at the top right of your MyKW screen. So once I log in, I will have access to all of the awesome resources on our website. And to access our templates, you can go to KW Resources at the top, and then click on Templates. scottleroymarketing.com/templates will bring you there as well. I'll go ahead and drop that in the chat as well for you. That's scottleroymarketing.com/templates. That'll bring you to our templates. So in addition to all of those beautiful templates that you have in command, we have created some templates for you as well. If you scroll down, you can see a list of all of our different templates, different calendars, flyers, but the main thing people utilize our templates for is email signatures. I do want to point out at the top, we have this video here that walks you through creating an email signature. I highly recommend watching this. We're going to do a quick run through today before we wrap up class, but this video takes you through that process in a slower, more detailed way. And then it'll actually show you how to take that email signature and attach it in your Gmail settings. So for any of our templates, it's going to be the same sort of process. So I highly recommend watching this video here. But if we scroll down, I'm going to go ahead and click email signatures. And it brings us into Google Drive. So I do want to point out, you have to be signed into a Google account to access our templates. All of our templates are through Google Drive. You will be editing them through Google Slides. So you do have to be signed into a Gmail. If you don't have your own Gmail that you're using, your kw.com email is actually a Gmail. So you can just sign into that and that will give you access. So I'm going to click on the option for modern email signatures. And you can see this brings me in and I have a lot of different template options. Yeah, so this specific recording with me today, I will be uploading it later today, so it might be a couple hours before it's on our YouTube page, but you can find that on our website, slmtraining.com, or you can definitely find it on our YouTube page later today, youtube.com/ScottLeroy Marketing. I did drop that in the chat. I will try and get this up as soon as possible after class, but I would say just search our YouTube page and you should be able to see the most recent videos, and this should be on there for today. All right, so I'm just going to choose one of these signatures and we can create that together. I'll just choose this one, second from last. And it is going to, oh, I need to sign in. So let me go ahead. It's not having me sign in just yet. But you can see it opened up a new tab with the signature. So over here on the left, there are 3 different slides. The first slide is the actual signature. The second one is basically telling you that if you add in any social media links or anything that you want to be clickable, any buttons on here, this is going to be a flat image signature. So if you're looking for something that is HTML optimized where the different elements are actually clickable, unfortunately, this will not work that way. So that's just a reminder here. And then this third slide just says watch the video for the steps. But you can see when I'm clicking on this slide, it's not actually letting me do anything. So what we have to do is we actually have to make a copy of this to our own Google Drive so that we can edit this. And I'm just going to go ahead and get signed in super quick. All right, so now what we'll do over here is we're going to click File. Oh, and let me refresh this because it doesn't know I'm signed in yet. There we go. All right, so you'll see over here on the top, we do have an option here that says View Only. What you do not want to do is click this and request edit access. Unfortunately, if you click that, we will not be able to give you access to our master files. Instead, what you'll do is you will click File and then Make a Copy. It's going to ask if you need the entire presentation or just the selected slides. We just need this first slide, the one with the actual signature template on it. So I'm going to click File, Make a Copy, Selected Slides, and you'll see you can go ahead and rename this if you'd like. I'm just going to click OK. This is going to pop up a new tab where we can now make changes to this signature. All right, so now I can start to make changes. I do want to change out this photo here, so I can click on this. I'm going to right click on my mouse and then replace image. This will allow me to upload an image from my computer. And I can choose my headshot from my computer, and that'll be popped in right there. Same sort of thing as editing before. We're just going to click and edit. So I'm going to click on this text box and change that out. I can make this font a little smaller. Change out these items. And again, I'm just clicking around and changing the text. And there we go. If I wanted to add in additional items like a logo, I can choose to do that. I can do insert image and then add in any additional photos or logos from my computer. If I wanted to, I can also move things around on here. I can change the colors. Let's say I don't want to use this red, I can use something different. And there we go. And you can, of course, change out these fonts as well. You can basically completely customize this. So once this signature is good to go, what we would need to do, the saving process is a little different than what you're probably used to. So what we'll do, if this signature is ready to go, we will just click File and then Download. So what you would normally do is download this as a JPEG or a PNG file. In order to upload this into the email signature section of your settings, it does have to be an image file like a JPEG or a PNG. But we've noticed if you download a JPEG or PNG from Google Slides, it can be a little grainy. So what we do instead is we download this as a PDF. And I'm just going to save this to my computer. But you are not able to upload a PDF into your email signature. So basically, we just need to take one extra step and convert this. I'm going to go to the website pdf2jpg.net. Again, that is pdf, the number 2, jpg.net. This is basically a free converter site. If we scroll down, we can click on this button here to choose the PDF from my computer. I will need to change the quality from good to excellent. And then once I click convert, it works really quickly. And I can download the file. So now this will give me a JPEG file, which I can go into my Gmail settings and upload. So I'll pop that open. You can see it does look a little grainy still, but it won't be that big in your email signature. Probably be even smaller than this. So you can see this looks pretty good. So that's a quick overview of how you can create a signature. I do want to point out again, watch this video toward the top. It goes through that process a little bit slower, and then we'll show you how you can actually go into your email settings and attach that signature. But that is actually about it for today. I do want to pull up our contact information here. We are available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. You can see our email number, our email address, and our phone number. So if I wasn't able to get to your questions today, or if you just need further assistance with anything, please feel free to reach out to us. I am recording this class, so this will be on our YouTube page later today. Thank you guys so much for watching our class today, and if there's anything else you need, please reach out.